All new at 6 tonight, it is hopping literally. We're talking about Buffalo's booming beer business. From Lewiston all the way down to Ellicottville, this map shows our growing number of breweries, and these stops are all within a 75-mile radius. And these numbers really showcase what a brewing mecca our area has become.
Check this out. According to 2019 numbers from the Brewers Association, craft brewing in New York State has had an economic impact of close to $4.9 billion. And get this, an estimated $195 million of that came from breweries in Erie County. And each pint that's pulled signifies economic growth pouring into our area.
Tonight, 7 Eyewitness News anchor reporter Jeff Russo explores our booming beer business, showing us where we've been and where we're now going.
It's awesome. It's crazy watching it grow.
It's exciting. There's a ton of variety out there.
From Lewiston to Lakewood and Black Rock to Larkinville, the craft beer scene in Western New York is booming. New, local craft breweries are popping up each and every year. So much so, it's hard to keep track.
I mean, one could have opened while we were talking.
According to the Brewers Association, a total of 17 new craft breweries have opened in Erie County alone in the last 5 years, with Visit Buffalo Niagara estimating there are now over 40 breweries operating in the Buffalo Niagara region, each pouring new life into our economy.
It's nice to see Buffalo become a more mainstay, main player in the beer market.
It's big business on the tourism side of things.
Patrick Kaler is the president and CEO of Visit Buffalo Niagara. And if you visit the agency's website, local breweries are prominently featured as a way to promote Buffalo as a growing beer destination, even inviting visitors from both near and far to take a Buffalo brewcation.
We've seen a growing number of people who do travel for craft beer. And our number is at 10% of our overall visitation are traveling and experiencing our craft beer. That is 4 points higher than the national average.
Despite the recent growth, brewing in Buffalo is nothing new. In fact, it dates back close to 200 years, with beer heavily linked to our rich industrial past.
And it goes back to before Buffalo was even a city in the 1820s.
Michael Rizzo is the co-author of Buffalo Beer, The History of Brewing in the Nickel City.
From the 1830s, 1840s, slowly breweries started developing. A lot of the almost entirely German population. By 1875, there was 38 breweries in Buffalo.
But the start of Prohibition in 1920 all but shut down the brewing industry in Buffalo, with only big staples like Simon Pure and Iroquois remaining before eventually fading away in the 1970s. It wasn't until the end of the 20th century that brewing in the Queen City started to reestablish itself as a flourishing industry, with Pearl Street Grill and Brewery and Flying Bison Brewing Company among the first to pave the way.
Nobody was building a a distributing brewery in the city of Buffalo.
Tim Herzog has more than 40 years of experience as a brewer and is the founder of Flying Bison Brewing Company.
2000, Aviator Red and Dawn Patrol Gold were delivered from the back of a friend's pickup truck around the city of Buffalo.
Flying Bison has come a long way over the last 21 years, establishing itself as a local favorite with flagship brews like Rusty Chain and moving out of its original location in Riverside to an expanded new brewery and tap room in Larkinville.
We're close to tenfold bigger than that production that we were on Ontario Street. So we're a lot more tired than we used to be.
It didn't happen overnight, but other breweries started popping up, bringing new recipes and new options for beer drinkers thirsty for more.
Slowly after that, 2012 was Community Beer Works and Resurgence and Big Ditch and Old First Ward. They all just started rolling one right after another.
And Thin Man Brewery wasn't far behind.
We've made probably in the 5 years, probably 300 and something different beers.
After opening its original location on Elmwood Avenue in 2016, Thin Man added a second facility on Chandler Street, expanding production to keep up with demand.
Mickey Boodles are by far our #1 seller. It's the raspberry sour beer. The Bill's Theme Pils Mafias sells phenomenal during Bill season.
And the numbers continue to grow. Erie County breweries produce more than 45,000 barrels or 1.4 million gallons of beer in 2020. That's equivalent to about 2 1/4 Olympic-sized pools. And to keep up with all that production, you need good people.
I love it. I don't know how else to explain. I love it.
Vandra Rupel of Community Beer Works has been working as a commercial brewer for 8 years and was one of the estimated 650 professionals working in the brewing industry in Erie County as of 2018.
It's a really nice, creative, to me, kind of artistic outlet.
And in a growing industry, growing opportunity.
We have somewhere around 40 breweries now that are open or opening. Like, there are spots. Brewing's gonna need more people.
And if you need any indication of the future of craft beer, just stroll down the endless aisles of options in any Wegmans beer section.
It's valuable floor space, so if they're dedicating that much square footage to craft beer, it means they're selling a lot of craft beer.
And a lot of local craft beer. In fact, Wegmans representatives tell me that the #1 selling 4 or 6 pack of craft beer for all of Wegmans, we're talking 106 locations from Buffalo to Boston to North Carolina, is Hayburner IPA from Big Ditch Brewing. Also in the top 5, Minky Boodle from Thin Man.
There's so much great beer being made, across the spectrum in terms of styles and stuff like that in Buffalo.
And the new options just keep coming, from Froth Brewing Company to Hofbrauhaus, and the announcement that Southern Tier Brewing is opening a new location at Canalside, to the addition of the highly regarded Other Half Brewing at Seneca One, which had dozens of beer fans lining up. The craft beer scene in Buffalo appears here to stay.
Buffalo's always been a great beer city, but over the past 21 years, it's become a great local beer city.
Jeff Russo, 7 Eyewitness News.